Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. You're a main proprietor at the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, media group, Facebook group, Twittering, whatever. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, before we go into today's discussion, I have been in communication with Don tomorrow. I've Dungeon Crawl board game for TSR. He apparently is the author of it. I have sent him a list of questions, so we shall see where it goes. Right? So, today, I was actually, right before I did this video, I was listening to Professor Dungeon Master. And he had an interesting take on Mr. Cox being promoted from president of TSR to CEO of Hasbro. But one of the things that he mentioned was that a survey conducted by Wizards of the Coast revealed or showed that most campaigns topped out at around 7th level. Now, why would that be? And I'll be honest with you, I think it applies across all editions for the most part. I can't speak for 4E, but why would that be? Because, it covers the sweet points. Levels 1 to 3 are the beginning levels. 4 through 6, some would say 4 through 7, obviously 4 through 6 are the medium levels. And level 7 is when you start becoming true heroes, right? If you're talking AD&D, level 7 is when your fighters, right? They start getting multiple attacks per level. That's when your magic users get 4th level spells, right? That's when the game becomes fucking real. It's also where the game balance starts to break down. And what do I mean? Well, when I was working on Swords and Wizardry Continual Light with James Bond, we had an idea. We were going to go to levels 1 through 6. We were going to top it out 3rd level spells, and we bounced it off of the idea of Bill Webb, and Bill was like, you got to go to 7th level. You really need to go to 7th level. 4th level spells are where it's at. And there is certainly a big change between 3rd level and 4th level spells. But you can still plan as a DM for 4th level spells. They aren't at that point where they go wacky, crazy, whole hog shit, right? You're not raising the dead. There's still some kind of semblance of where the power level is. So, in certainly in retrospect, we made the idea to go to 4th level because he was right. That 4th level spells, 7th level characters is where the game hits its sweet spot. I personally think it breaks down around what we used to historically call name level, right? For most classes, that was level 9. I guess, 10 if you were a ranger, 10 if you were a thief, 11 if you were a wizard. But this is where the game broke down, right? When we hit name level, the expectations were unwritten expectations, obviously, but expectations nonetheless, that you would retire a character, right? Because you got to the end point of the game. No, you weren't meant to be casting 9th level spells. You weren't meant to be casting 6th level spells. These were beyond the cusp, right? 5th level spells were ones that could really break a game. And as a GM, I found if I was running my own adventures, it was much harder to prepare for a high level party because the direction that game could go in was huge. One spell could change, and if you didn't write the adventure with knowing your PC spell list, right, you were technically or theoretically um, up shit's creek without a paddle. So I can see why games break down, they max out at seventh level. You've accomplished. You've become a hero. You've changed your area of the world. How much farther do you need to go? Also, with the exception of very few campaigns, to be honest with you, a lot of players, in my experience, get bored with their PCs. They want to try something new, try something different. I find as a GM and as a player, the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 levels are the most exciting gameplay, right? You're learning about your character, you're learning about the world, you're learning about the campaign, you're learning about your abilities, and it's challenging. Once you start getting up to level 6, 7, 8, I'm saying the challenge isn't still there, but much of what used to challenge you in the past no longer challenges you, right? So, interesting thing to note. Again, my opinion is it applies regardless of edition of the game. That's where it starts to really break down. I think that the most fun is those earlier levels. I'd like to hear your opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm full of shit. Probably am. Um, Potentially I'm full of wine, but besides the point. Uh, Folks, listen. We are still in the midst of the world of COVID. I happen to be vaccinated. I happen to be boosted. I still get Omicron, so the rage. Uh, I'm not telling you to get vaxxed. I'm not saying don't get vaxxed. I'm not saying wear a mask. I'm not saying don't wear a mask. Your situation, your medical conditions are unique to you. You need to find a medical professional that knows you, knows your medical conditions, and will give you advice based upon that. Advice that I suspect you should follow, but that's obviously a choice that's unto you, not me. And for those that feel like, oh my God, Tenkar, he should be promoting whatever. As I said before, as I said yesterday, all sincerity, go fuck yourself. All right, my influence, whatever it is not yours for the using. I am true to my community. I'm true to my fans or my friends, and I am not going to blow smoke up their ass because somebody thinks I should be doing so. God help me. Hurts me to have to say that, you know. On that note, be safe, be well, God bless, roll those dice, and God willing, back again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. Myself, Bad Mike. We are going to be doing a talking crit. We we're working on a special guest. As of yet unannounced, because as of yet unconfirmed. But crossing our fingers, should be a good one. On that note, folks, manana. I'll see you then. Thank you so